Ready to have work done on our washing machine so they can fix the leak? Okay. It was Ben Franklin who said, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." For us, that ounce of prevention means an annual trip through RedBay, Alabama, home of Tiffin Motorhomes, so we can get our 2016 Tiffin Open Road 34PA serviced. Now obviously, we are way past our warranty stage, but we found we always have items we would like worked on, and some we want to work on ourselves. We also want to perform our annual checkups and maintenance. Having experienced third-party vendors and Tiffin all in one place, both to have those people work on our rig and to have us work on it, comes in handy and comes with very reasonable rates. Last winter, as we passed through, our list was full of many small things and one or two large items. I'm Steve.
I'm Nancy, and together with Mars, the blind Sheltie,
and Phoebe, the warrior princess,
we are living our dream.
Our goal is to travel the U.S. and Canada in our 2016 Tiffin Open Road
while spreading the messages taught to us by our pets.
Keep smiling
and be kind.
Join us on our travels by subscribing to our channel as we continue our great adventure.
And don't forget to leave us a comment to let us know how we are doing.
While heading to RedBay, we ran into a limb that bent our ladder, so one of our first tasks was to get a new ladder from Tiffin. But first, Nancy had to somehow get that ladder from the Tiffin's parts department to our campground.
I had no idea how she was going to get it here. She said, "Oh, I can just stick it through the sunroof."
She did good.
She did real good.
That's about it. It's the whole ladder. It's the whole stinking ladder.
Wait a minute, wait.
Yep.
You got one more. Give it, you want to just slide down
Yeah, you can get it in front.
Yep.
Steve,
How we doing?
what you've got to watch is those little round
Okay.
things.
Can you get in there on that side?
Those are the things you have to watch. So you got to come up.
Yeah, it's a little.
Okay, easy. There you go. Easy. Okay, wait.
Wait. Yep.
Wait. There's one more, and then you're clear. You're clear.
Okay.
Look at that.
Looky there.
Oh, man.
That's a lot easier having another hand. Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
Now, we asked Josh Bailey, a third-party RV repair person we knew, to help replace the ladder.
Yes.
You ready?
You can see it's supposed to have this on the end, and it just completely came off that end. Plus it bent it there and completely bent it here where this screw is, and that was then the weak point. So even if we would have just reattached it, this would have been a weak point. It's already tearing below, so the metal's torn. Yeah, just have to clean off the gasket material so we can put new material on and get ready for the new ladder. So you're just making sure all those are tight?
Now what you do is you loosen them up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So right here,
Yep.
where your motorhome curve, this will move with it.
Oh, okay, because the
Little
curve,
lay-
because the
yep.
bend in the
It'll
motorhome.
lay flat. You just loosen them where you can spin them off.
Gotcha.
Spin them back on where you need them.
Yeah. And Josh educated me on exactly what it takes to get the ladder solidly attached. Got the new one in position. Ready to get screwed on. Looks a lot straighter. You know, it's funny, after it happened, I wasn't sure which bends were designed and which ones were created by the limb. It looked like all the bends were created by the limb, because that's straight all the way up. And finally, we had a straight ladder. This is what it looks like outside.
DIY projects often get you in difficult positions, and reinstalling our shades after adjusting them was one of those situations. Now, we have the auto pull-down shades, and we've had to adjust a few of them over time, as well as replace one or two over the years. You can find several YouTube videos and documentation on how to adjust the shades, but we've always found the most difficult part, or some of these, was disconnecting them from their brackets or reattaching them, where sometimes we just have to remove and realign the brackets themselves.
Not going?
I'm gonna have to start a new hole. It won't go in that hole. I don't know why.
You want to slide it over then?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my own hole.
Go for it. Well, that was easy once you got it.
Yeah. It's all about the right tools.
Regular RV toilet maintenance is key to keeping sewer smells out of your RV. Whenever you flush your RV toilet, the waste goes straight down to the black tank and the smells come straight up, especially when you have your exhaust fan on. It just acts to pull the smells off. Since there's no P-trap, the smells can come straight into the RV if there's no water in the bottom of the bowl. Regular cleaning is a start, but keeping the seal treated and supple is key. If that seal becomes dry or impeded, the water will drain and the smells will come up. We usually apply plumber's grease at least once a month to the seal, but since the seal is original and over 7 years old, we decided this was the time to replace the entire seal, as it was needing more and more greasing to keep water in the bowl.
You're going to clean it? Let's clean it. And that's why you're taking the toilet seat off to clean everything underneath it. We're going to take it apart. Let's take it apart.
First, we had to remove the toilet, then separate the bowl from the bottom of the toilet.
Got him.
Just like that.
Give it to Nancy.
Give it to Nancy. She will get it clean.
Since we had the bottom off, Nancy also decided to give the pipe in the base that connects the toilet to the tank a good cleaning. And we've also purchased a long toilet bowl cleaner so we can keep this pipe clean on a regular basis without having to remove the toilet.
This is the top, so let's do the bottom first. So these are where the two holes go. So this has to go in here now.
Yeah. Does it need to be?
Yeah, we should put grease
On
on
the
this
bottom?
side. Yeah. Just to hold it in place too. These are the two bolts that we're going to need to put on. They're the ones that go back here, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just go down this way. Can you see if I'm... Missed?
Yep.
Okay.
See if that goes up now.
No.
No.
Oh,
See if it's engaged. Yep.
wait, let's check this out. Yep. Seems good. This works, so just, yep, those bolts. You need to tilt it back.
With the circuit.
key for the two bolts holding the bowl to the base and the base to the floor is not to tighten them too tight. The base is plastic, so the bolts are actually going into plastic. Screwed the toilet seat on top of the bowl, put the bowl on top of the base, screwed the base to the floor. Trying to make sure we don't tighten too tight, but tight enough to seal it good. Connect all the water. Okay, let me go turn it on outside.
Okay. Okay.
All in all, the seal has been working great since.
Looks good.
So how do you feel about doing your own toilet, huh? Just saved a few $100.
Yeah, $300 or more.
We didn't break too much.
And I don't think he would have cleaned it.
No, he would not have cleaned it. Absolutely not. Well,
The
changing the seal took all of maybe less than an hour. The cleaning took a couple hours.
Cleaning that took so much time.
Well, you did such a thorough cleaning, so hopefully you don't have to do it that much in the future. We had two items we wanted a plumber to look at. One was replacing some retaining nuts on the back of our outside faucet. The other was helping diagnose and fix a leak in our washing machine. Now, April with Happy Host Services hooked us up with DC plumbing. The outside faucet was easy. Diagnosing the washer was more difficult.
Yeah, so I just got to go through a whole cycle.
The leak wasn't all that obvious, so we had to remove all the shelving and storage before we could move the washer for a fuller inspection. So we took the shelves out above the washing machine. Nancy took the shelves out and she took everything off the shelves. We also had to unscrew the brackets holding the washing machine at the bottom so we could move it. So now you can at least move it to try to get to the back.
Still water over there.
Water over where? Here?
Just look. Just look. The vents are slid out. That's good.
Okay. Now this is one of those reasons we like to do even DIY stuff in RedBay. If you run into any issues, you always have the resources and parts needed to help.
We got the washer out all the way, and we looked at the bottom to see where the water was, which was not extremely helpful. We just knew water was there. But we were able to take it out all the way and tip it over, look underneath, and I should have not thrown away. I threw away the underside, was all corroded and rusty, and the leak apparently is coming from the drum itself.
Yep.
Is the best of our knowledge. So it looks like we're gonna have to get a new one. So that's where you start.
First thing we checked was the inlet water hoses and the outlet hose. There was no water around those, so it wasn't coming from the inlet or the outlet. And that's why we tipped it back and looked underneath, and that's when we found out it was on the drum. No washing machine. And all that means is you've uncovered a base, an area you need to clean up. And make sure it's not got waterlog anywhere or water damage. Time to head back to RedBay Acres. We're going to install the washing machine that they did load for us. We bought here, but we're going to install it. And we've got someone coming in to replace our sink, to give us a 1-bay farmer style sink instead of the 2-bay sink that we have now.
What?
You and I, have we ever had just one big farmer style sink?
In our life?
Yeah. In any of the houses we've been in?
No. They've always been
So
double.
you sure you're going to like that?
Yeah.
Of course.
We had always wanted a single farmer sink instead of a double sink that came with the RV. So while in RedBay, we found just the person for the job from the Facebook group RedBay Roll Call. Sherry Roberts with Design and Shine Customs. This is the sink before.
We love the results. Another maintenance item that we will try to do every few years is provide a deep clean of our tanks. We always flush our tanks well, but buildup can still occur. Luckily, our tanks weren't too bad.
There's the pump. So we got one fresh water line, that's the green one. And then I guess the flip. Do what you got to do.
We had a guy, he had his cleaned about 2 months ago at Riley. He said it's running just as clear could be, but it didn't still fix his problem. And he replaced one of these valves himself.
Oh,
He said it was just crusted up in there. So he called me when he got to town. He said, "Why don't you come clean my tanks?" And I cleaned it. I'll show you what I got out of it.
Well, I know there's, the stuff that'll get on the sides of the tank.
Yeah, that's what he had.
Yeah. And that's kind of why we wanted to get you in here.
Yeah.
Because that's something I just can't get, especially the gray tank.
Yeah.
I mean, I just cannot flush the gray tank, so I know it's building up in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think the gray tank is dirtier than the black tank. But
Like this gentleman, he said the young man done a good job. He said he done what he thought he was doing, and but his instruments wasn't reading correctly.
yeah.
And he asked me, he said, "Can you get that? Can you fix that?" I said, "Well, it all depends on whether it's built up or something wrong with the hardware of it."
That's true.
And
Well, it's about 5:40 in the morning. Tiffin Service has decided to have its bays open at 6 a.m., which means we've got to get up at 5 o'clock to get in the bay by 6 so that we can have service done in the Express Bay at Tiffin Service Center. Oh well, we don't have to do this every day, so we'll do it one day for this. We've got 3 things we want them to look at: our HWH jacks and slides. We had a fault on one of our Schwintek slide controllers, and there's also an awning over our door that's bent a little bit, so we'll have them look at that. We'll see how we do. Let's get rolling. We often take advantage of the Tiffin Express Bay for a few items. The Express Bay allows up to 3 hours of work, so we have to keep the list small and focused on items specifically Tiffin related. The Express Bay was able to fix our awnings over our entry and check on the slide. So it's about 7:30. Been here for an hour and a half. We did go to McDonald's, get some breakfast, but all we can do is wait. Sad thing about these 6 o'clock appointments, the lounge at RedBay Acres doesn't open till 8. Even the Open Allegro Club, or the Allegro Club, doesn't open till 7 or 8. The Pet Welcome Center was open, but it was the only one open, and it was pretty full. So we're just sitting here in our Jeep in front of the bay, waiting for the phone call to see when they've finished in the Express Bay. What do you think, Phoebe? Yeah, I know. Your eyelids look heavy. You don't like getting up this early? No, I didn't think so. When the service desk calls you, you come to the RedBay Service Center and look for the bay number. They told us we were going to be in bay number 10. They will give you a piece of paper to stick on your window. We were number 584.
And that's the number in line. So one of the games we play at the campground is comparing which service number you have with everybody else to see who got in line before everybody else. It's sort of like your number in line for the service. Remember your number though, because if you ever do call the service desk asking them the status of where you are in line, they're going to ask for your service number. That's how they keep track of you.
They weren't able to work on the hydraulics, so they put us in line for those items in the mechanical bay a few days later. So since we had a few days to wait, we headed back to our campground, RedBay Acres, and took advantage of their dog park to let Phoebe run a little. Finally, we got the call to go into the mechanical bay. They were able to diagnose and fix our intermittent slide issue, as well as advise us on lubing our jacks. It's 5:45 in the morning, and we are coming into RedBay service area. Sun's not even peeking over the horizon yet, and all the buses are lining up to get in their bays. We're in the mechanical bay today to get our hydraulics worked on. Bay 43 near the end. This looks a little bit tighter than this regular service bay. Bus can fit, I can fit. Well, 2 hours later, we get out of the mechanical bay. They did find the issue with the hydraulics. The jack going down, they just lubed it extra. Seems to be working a lot better. And the slide intermittent issue, they did find a loose ground. And that would make sense, because when we jostled it, it might get connections start to come in, but sometimes it didn't. So feel good about that. So slides and jacks, all working now. Girard went above and beyond fixing our window awning under warranty. Back at Girard Awnings, so we can get warranty work done on our awning that stopped coming in, the window awning, and the strap that broke. So hopefully they'll fix that on, so we don't need a strap on it anymore.
Get in the car.
Come on, Mars. Come on.
You can't leave my house. That's my house.
So one thing about getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and going in for service, when they finish early, you get back. Shortly before 10, we're getting back from Girard Awnings, where they repaired our awnings, got them working again. So we're all good, but we're already back at the campground, set up and ready to go, just barely for 10 o'clock. As you can see, it's Christmassy. Got the LED lights in red and green for Christmas this season.
Where are we, hon?
RedBay.
And why are we here?
To go to the Christmas parade.
Oh, yeah. Throwing candy out already.
We happened to be visiting RedBay around Christmas, and we got to see the community come out in their annual Christmas parade. It reminded us of all the Christmas parades from the many hometowns we've lived in. And it just goes to show, no matter where you are in the U.S., we all have so much in common.
Well, we know what the safety plus is. This is better than Halloween. A real float. Showing off all their ATVs. That's not an ATV, that's a little truck.
Yeah.
Oh, now there's a light kit, huh? Merry Christmas! You got the reindeer horns on the John Deere. So the volunteer fire department's coming around, not just RedBay.
Yeah.
You saying I don't wash and iron their clothes enough? Huh?
Getting ready to iron the clothes.
Steam.
Steam the clothes. With an ironing board?
Yes.
No matter how much maintenance we had to do, we still had our regular household chores. And yes, Nancy still presses our clothes. Just one more reason I love her so much.
So it's like having, I mean, it's like
like
if
an
you
iron,
put
yeah.
if you put an iron on steam. I like my. Ah, too close. It's hot.
Our annual visit to RedBay was a great success as usual. We got a lot done, and we know our rig is road ready for another year of full-time RV living. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, keep smiling and be kind. Safe travels, everyone.
You're gonna be in a beauty contest.